Welcome back, guys. Amar here, and today we are gonna have our turn mechanics. So right now, if I click play, we have our running, we have the animation for it, we have the jump, we have the slide, we can jump off of the wall, and everything's cool. But we don't have the turn mechanic. So if our player is going at the wrong direction, he should actually turn around to the opposite side so he can continue his not chase but his race at the right direction. Now, how are we going to do it? First of all, when we click on the player, we can see that this blue axis is telling us he's going forward. Now we're going to check this blue axis with our collider object floor, and we're going to check if this over here, this actually green means Y, so this means up, but because we have rotated it by 90 degrees, this will means forward for our floor. So what are we going to do? We're going to check these two lines. So if this blue line is at the same direction as our floor, green's line, then he's at the right direction. If our player turns around, so if I add here plus 180, this means that he should turn around. So before we do anything, we're going to go ahead and tag our floor with the ground tag. Now this is not necessary, but if you come and add other objects, like for example trampoline, you will have to do more stuff to the trampoline, like look at direction and whatnot. So with this, we're just gonna add our ground to the floor and to any floor we add, so we can detect when he should turn around and when he should not. Now we're gonna open up our player controller, and the first thing we're gonna add will be a private boolean, which will be called turn, like this, and then semicolon. After that, we will see when should we add it. It's pretty simple. We're gonna go down here and then we're gonna check else. So if our character controller is grounded and if our transform dot forward is not equals to hit dot collider dot transform dot right. So right now, what is forward? You can see the blue axis of the transform in the workplace. This is forward. What is right? The red axis, okay, we not need right, we need up. My bad, because this will be the green line, yeah, the green axis of the transform in the world space. After that, we're gonna add and sign, and if our hit dot collider dot tag equals to our ground. So if this is the ground, and the last but not least, if our turn is not true. Now, if all of these are matching, what are we gonna do? So what's the problem? Okay, not comma, but double and. We're gonna add curly brackets, and then what are we gonna say? We're gonna say we don't need curly brackets. We're gonna say turn equals to true, like this, and add the semicolon. But also what we can do, so just to show you an example, we can print this out. So you can see that they are both at the 1. So we're going to print transform.forward, semicolon, and then we're going to print hit collider transform.up. So print, so I can just show you better. You can see what's going on with the code. So right now, if I click play, everything's cool, everything's going okay. But right now, if I jump and then jump again, bam, you're going to see that we have -1 for the transform forward, and we have 1 for the hit collider.transform.up. This is not what we want. This will make us turn. As you can see right now, it's true, and then we have to actually make it happen. Now, to make it happen, it's going to be really simple. What are we going to do is we're going to go up here inside of our update function. So here we're going to check if we are grounded. So if we are grounded and if it's true, so if this is true, so if turn is true, we're gonna say turn equals to false. So we're gonna make it false, and we're gonna say transform dot Euler, not true, but transform dot Euler angles equals to new vector 3, or we can just say vector 3 dot up, or can we? No, we will have to do it new vector 3, then transform dot Euler angles dot x, then here transform dot Euler angles dot y, plus 180, so plus 180, and then transform.euler-angles.z, and add the semicolon. So right now, if this happens to be true, we're going to rotate our player and we can continue with our race. So right now we should see that it's going to work. It's going right. If I go here, bam, as soon as he touches, he will go and turn back. If you want to add some delay to it, there's one function that you will need to add, which is iNumerator, and then like turn around after. I'm going to show you the example of it later on, and I'm going to show you some problems that you can encounter using that. But right now we're going to stick with this one here. So for the turn mechanic, that will be it. One more thing I want to explain is I just want to go it over one more time. So what's happening? First of all, we have our turn boolean. It's going to be true when we are at our ground, so if we are colliding with the ground, and our transform.forward is not the same as the collider up, which is our ground. So we're heading at the wrong direction, then our turn is going to be true. We are checking when it's true. We want it to initialize only one time, which is happening here. So we're saying turn equals to false immediately. So this will run only one time, and we are swapping the position by adding 180 to our player. So this is it. Nothing complicated. It's quite simple. But yeah, that will be it for this video. Hope you like it, and I will see you in the next one.